Hey guys, it's dFORBES98 from Remote Controlled again, back here with Need for Speed 2015. And I'm here in my garage, and I have a pretty interesting video for you guys today. What I'm going to be doing is finding the best car for sprint and circuit racing for under $100,000. So the cars I have lined up are the 911 Carrera RSR 2.8, my 2013 Z06, my R34, my R35, and an E92. Now the reason I chose these cars is because they're from three different countries, or not countries from this world. You know, you have the German cars, the BMW and the Porsche. You have the American Z06, then the two Japanese Godzillas. And the reason I chose these cars in particular is because they all have racing heritage. Now, if you don't know, Carrera actually means race in Spanish. Corvette is just, it's Chevy's race car. It's their sports car or supercar, if you want to call it. The GTR is just a beast. No, it's a inline six, very torquey motor, and it's an all-wheel drive, so that's bound to do well on the track because it's very light. Then you have BMW, who has always had racing heritage ever since the 70s, maybe even farther back. But the way I'm going to be testing these cars and comparing them to each other is by running the same race. I'm going to be running the sprint race, Legends Wheels, which is just up the road from the garage, so it's easy to get to. It's a quick race, and I'll be running 3 heats of the race in each car, taking down the time and then averaging the times out. And that's how I'll compare them. And the top car will continue on to the next episode. And another thing I forgot to mention is that I'm running all these cars on automatic, so therefore the operator is taken out of the situation as much as possible to give kind of like a control. So, yep. First up is the Porsche. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so first time, just over 120. 1 minute 20 seconds. Alright, so first time, just over 1 minute 20 seconds, but honestly I feel like I slipped up a little bit, so I might even be able to improve. So here goes Heat 2 with the Porsche RSR 1970. Whew, alright. Minute 19. I'm beating personal bests everywhere I go. Alright. So yeah, this car is amazing. I think I found my new... Alright guys. Minute 19 for the third heat. Almost, let's just call it 120. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for the RSR, and I'll get to averaging those right now. Alright guys, so I averaged out the times. The Porsche 911 Carrera RSR 2.8 got an average time of 1 minute 20 seconds, 0.3. So now we move on to the Corvette. Alright guys, so up next we have the Corvette 2013 Z06. And my big beef with this car is that it just didn't accelerate fast enough at high speeds. But here we go, Heat 1. Let's see how this goes. So that didn't go very well. A minute 27, which is very disappointing. But I also did slip up a little bit, but we'll see how it goes next time around. Alright guys, here we go. Heat 2 in the Corvette. Yet another very disappointing time for the Corvette. Oh man, I really thought this thing was going to do way better, but I guess not. Alright guys, heat number 3 in the Corvette Z06. So far it's been very disappointing for me. Let's see how the third time compares. Alright, 126 seems to be the number for the Corvette. disappointing for me, but I don't know what you guys expected. But yeah, not what I expected for sure. So the average time for the Corvette Z06 is 1 minute 26 seconds, which, as I said before, very disappointing for me. This is actually the car that I completed the game with. So it was like one of the only cars that I drove, and I thought it was the fastest one ever, but very disappointing time for me. But now on to the Skyline R34. This car I have high hopes for, because I did race a Legends Wheels with it already, and it posted a pretty good time. But that could change. So let's get out there. All right, here we go, guys. Heat 1 in the R34. See how it goes. Alright, so 1 minute 23 seconds, not bad. Definitely better than the Corvette, but not quite at the 911's level. Alright guys, Heat 2 in the R34. Let's see if we can improve our time a little bit. Alright, so a little slower this time. I did run into a couple of issues. The NPC drivers got in the way a little bit, and somebody ran right through the race in a cop chase, so I guess it's not too far off. Alright, here we go, guys. Heat number 3, the last and final heat for the R34. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so 1 minute 24. That seems kind of slow for this car, but alright, that's the third heat for the R34. Now it gets averaging those times right now. Alright guys, I averaged out the times. It came out to 1 minute and 23 seconds for the R34. Now we move on to the R35, which I have not driven too often, but it does accelerate extremely fast, so this might do even better. Alright guys, it's the R35's time, and just driving over here, I can already tell I'm gonna have to be on my A game just to drive this thing. But here we go, first heat. So, very unexpected. This actually got a worse time than the Corvette. So I actually went back, changed the turbocharger, and tuned it slightly, not too much, nothing crazy. But yeah, so this is gonna count as the real first heat. Let's see how it goes, see if it improves any. Alright, so way better. 1 minute 24 versus 1 minute 27. So that just goes to prove tuning and the right parts are everything in this game. Heat 2 and the R35. So another 123 for the R35. This car is impressing me so far. Way better than the Corvette, to say the least. Alright guys, third and final heat for the R35. It seems to be right at par with the R34. I think it's safe to assume it's going to average 123. But yeah, let's see how the third time differs, if at all. Nice, alright, 1 minute 22. Alright, so a little better. So, at least 1 minute 23 for its average time. That was a great run for the R35. Alright guys, I averaged out the R35's times, and it came out to 1 minute 22 seconds and about half a second. So, if you want to round it off, it's 22.6, so technically 123. But honestly, it's about the same as the R34, so looking good for the Japanese racers. Alright, it's time for the Beamer. This is the last car of the episode. Let's see what kind of times this car can put up. Holy crap. Why is it so fast? Oh man. That's just bad luck. But holy sheesh, this thing is fast. I forgot what the 0 to 60 time was, but holy crap, this thing is fast. Alright, so I didn't really like the tuning setup I had for this car, and it accelerates stupid fast. I don't even know why, but here's the real first heat, because I crashed the last time. Let's see what kind of time it puts up. I'm actually thinking it might put up real competition for the 911. So 1 minute 23 seconds. Alright, so about the same, but I did mess up a little bit. I didn't make a couple turns as clean as I wanted to, so this could improve. Maybe even to 1 minute 20. In the M3 E92, let's see what kind of time it will put up. Alright guys, I slipped up again at the end, but in spite of my best efforts, couldn't improve that time. Let's see if I can get a second shaved off of that in the third run. Last heat of this episode, with a pleasant surprise at the end, I'd say. This BMW is pretty impressive to me so far. So another 123 for the BMW E92. So that pretty much averages it out already. 123 for the M3. Alright guys, average time for the E92 was 1 minute and 23 seconds. No, not much math needed there. All three times were 1 minute and 23. But that will wrap it up for this episode. And as far as the average times go for this episode, it is the 911 in first at an average time of 1 minute and 20. It is the R35 at a very close second at 1 minute and 22 seconds. Tie for third between the R34 and the M3 at 1 minute and 23. And sadly, the Corvette came in last at 1 minute and 26, with its slowest time being 1 minute and 27. If you guys didn't notice, the target time for bronze was 1 minute and 25. So that car wasn't even really capable of beating that prestige list race. So very disappointing for me. But leave a like if you guys are enjoying this series, because I really do like making these videos. I find it a lot of fun, and being a car guy, I love driving all these different cars and seeing what they do in the video game. But yeah, that's it for this episode. This is dFORBES from ConTroll'd, and I'll see you guys next time.